Man, that intro never gets old, man. I can play that back to back to back to back to back to back. Man, big shout out to the super dope beat maker, my son Zordoc. Big shout out to little big bro for giving us the vocals with nephew, Mr. Sam Jr. Man, thank you guys, man. But welcome to the night edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Episode number 121.
Ooh, my birthday.
Yes, 121.
Hey.
If you look at it that way, yes, it is. Which is coming up very soon. Hell, so is mine for that matter. And actually, technically, my sister is up first.
Yes.
Yeah. my sister-in-law, your wife, she's first.
Yeah.
Then me. Yeah. Then Debo. Then you.
It's a whole lot of January. We could throw January out there. It's a whole lot of us.
Order that is. But yeah, hi, welcome to the Mizzle and Dub Show. So yes, I will get to talking crap about my team in a minute, but before we do that, one pennant has been decided, and the other pennant is going to a Game 7. Yeah, there is. But one pennant has been clinched. The other one goes to a Game 7. Earlier today, the Diamondbacks did everything they needed to do to force a Game 7, and they did. They jumped on the Phillies early, and definitely Ketel Marte had his own party as the Diamondbacks did not look back. Tommy Pham and Lourdes Gurriel got it started with back. Thomas, they went up 3-0. The Diamondbacks never looked back. They beat the Phillies 5-1, and it all.
Seems like my brother's having some internet connection problems. We'll just look at the ring of death here for a second. But as we wait for him to come back, we'll just sit here and talk. It's me by myself here for a second. Whoa. Okay. So we'll just do it this way. We have basketball kicking off here later on today, which we'll probably dial in a little bit once he gets back. But how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody's doing good? Yeah, I'm still a little bit of Raider fans feel after that game, but feel just a tad bit better that a certain team lost to another certain team. We'll have that experience later. But as he was talking about the MLB playoffs as the Texas Rangers, yes, you hear this right. The Texas Rangers have clinched, and Bruce Bochy is back in the World Series as we try to see my brother's trying to get back in, but there he is. I'll bring him back here in a second. You are back.
Oh, so technology wants to get some passion out of me tonight. I see. How dare you cut
I
me
held
off
it down for a little bit while you were
explain
gone.
Something. I know. I know you did, but I'm just saying. Like, okay. It's one thing that my team gets shredded by Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football, who was 2-10 lifetime on Monday Night Football. No. Still trying to. I'm going back to baseball, okay. but I'm just like, okay. I know they're trying to unleash passion on me. Just hold on a minute. But you want to do this BS coming by cutting me off while we're on the air live? Okay, so back to October baseball. Torey Lovullo put the hands in the game with Merrill Kelly, and Merrill Kelly delivered. And I mean, he was fantastic. Did what he had to do. The bullpen did what they had to do. But like I said, Ketel Marte, who's been the Diamondbacks' best hitter in the postseason, even though Alek Thomas has the most home runs in Diamondbacks' postseason history with 4. But the champagne was put on ice for now. And tonight, it's the only game on the map. It's the only game watching along with the 2 games, starting with the NBA opening season, which we'll talk about that also. But the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies by a final score of 5-1. And now it comes down to one game for the National League pennant in the backdrop of Philadelphia at Citizens Bank Ballpark. So now Each team has won a road game in each other's respective home parks. The Phillies took game
It's about
5,
time.
Diamondbacks take game 6. So now, winner takes all for the National League pennant. And you know what that means? All hands on deck. They have until Friday to rest and get their stuff together. And hopefully, it will be more of an entertaining, competitive game as opposed to the other Game 7 that happened last night, as the Texas Rangers made sure that there was absolutely no drama to speak of in Game
None.
7 as they thrashed the Houston Astros 11-4 as they started with a 3-run first, and it got started when Jonah Heim, or started with Corey Seager. Corey Seager, of course, the MVP in the Mickey Mouse, not even half of a season World Series when he was wearing the other blue.
Yes.
But nonetheless, he was recognized as the MVP in the LCS and the NLCS. But he got it started with the home run, and the Rangers never looked back. Then Jonah Heim added a home run of his own, a 2-run shot to make it 3-0. And like I said, that was all really what they needed. And why? Okay, see, technology is really going to irritate the ish out of me tonight. Because now it's not doing what I need to do.
I can't wait for the passion that part of the show.
They're trying to get it out of me right now.
Oh my baby.
You know what? Do what I say you must obey. So, back to what I was saying. Seager got it started with a home run to make it 1-0. Scoring, I said. Then Garver with a single, Garcia with a sac fly. The Astros got as close as 3-1, and then the Adolis Garcia show took over in Game 7. He homered twice, 7 homers in the postseason, had 15 RBIs, I think, in the LCS alone. He was the unanimous MVP for the ALCS, and for whatever reason, I think that brawl between him and Maldonado woke him up, because after that, he just and keep in mind, and keep this in mind, the game he had the Grand Slam in Game 6, he had struck out 4 times.
Oh, really?
But nonetheless, yeah. But the Rangers, and this has been them all year long. Okay, basically since the 90s, and we're talking about Juan Gonzalez, Pudge Rodriguez, Ruben Sierra, Will Clark, Rafael Brown, Dean Palmer, Mickey Tilton, those particular Ranger teams, they've always been able to score runs. It's just, do they have enough pitching? And even the 2 years they went back to the World Series with Mitch Moreland and Nelson Cruz and David Murphy and those guys, it was, we can score, but do you have enough pitching? Okay. Then shout out to Chris Young, former ball player, who's now the GM in the baseball ops for the Rangers. Last November, made a phone call and said, Boach, do you want to come back and get back in the game? And Butch was like, well, I want to get back out there and show that I can still do it. I know I'm blessed and happy to be back here in the World Series.
Farhan cost us another World Series.
So
that should be our World Series right there. That should be our World Series appearance.
You went there
again.
Oh boy. Oh,
you damn right
oh
I did.
Boy.
You damn right I went there.
I'll see you, and I'll raise you to Charles and Greg Johnson and the Johnson ownership that owns the Giants. You get one of these, because you also played a part in getting Bochy out of there. I for a man that gave you 3 titles, to which you did not even appear one time in any of those championship parties. I don't think I saw you one time in any of those parades. I don't even think you attend games. But yet you, along with Farhan, played a part in getting Bochy out there. And then Bochy just basically gave you 2 of these and said, well, you thought it was done. And now Bochy is going for his 4th world title. Which now, Bruce Bochy. Now I need to get these. Now I need to get the other manager because I know the other manager is Dick Williams, but
Mhm.
Bochy is just one of 3 managers to take 3 different teams to a World Series. And you think of all the
Did
great
he take the
managers in the
Padres?
history of Major League Baseball. Yes, he did in 1998. Yes, he
He
did.
took the Padres.
Yes, he
That's
did.
right.
But unfortunately, nobody was beating that talented 1998 Yankees team because that 98 Yankees team was
Don't say his name.
loaded. No, I'm not going to say his name. And plus, his lover is not on the show because he would do it himself. So that it is what it is. But with that talented Yankee team
Yes.
in '98, nobody was beating that team. I don't care who you are. Nobody was beating the '98 Yankees because they were that damn good. But anyhow,
That damn
Bruce
good.
Bochy joins. Bruce Bochy joins Hall of Fame manager Dick Williams. Of course, Dick Williams took the '67 Red Sox, and of course the '71 or the '72 and '73 Oakland A's, and the Padres' first World Series team in 1984. He took those 3 to the World Series. And the other manager's name I forgot, but it was mentioned, which I'm trying to look up, which I'm looking up right now. But yeah, Bochy definitely made some history in making his 5th appearance in the World Series. And like I said, I'm looking this up right now.
I'd have had the credit card ready if he was still a Giants coach.
I know you would.
Credit card would be ready. It's just
Bear with me,
and
folks.
like you
Bear
said,
with me,
they
folks.
left no rock unturned. As you just said,
Oh
they
no.
made sure that it was a fashionable win. You're not gonna just embarrass the Astros. And big shout out to Dusty Baker for turning that franchise around, even with the cheating, as they would say. But big shout out to Dusty Baker, man. Just what can you say about Dusty?
Okay. For people that are okay, I know. Okay, I understand Dr. Fanscribe of 2017. I get it. I understand it. Okay. People that they were stealing signs. Who hasn't been stealing signs since the creation of baseball? Stop it. Okay, yes, they got caught. Yes, Robert Manfred slapped him on the wrist. But again, as I said on the last show, and I'm going to say this. You know what?
We haven't even made it 15 minutes and the microphone got pulled. Let's go.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this again. Teams have been trying to steal signs, gain an advantage since the beginning of time with the game of baseball. It's either you get
That's
caught
with any sport.
or you don't. Okay, again, like I said, I can know exactly what pitch is coming. I can know what spot he's going to throw it to, and I can know what arm angle he's going to throw it out of. If it's a quarter release, 3/4 release, or straight up. I can know all that stuff. I still have to barrel the damn bat to the ball. Even if the Astros knew the Dodgers sign and knew what pitch was coming, they still had to barrel the ball. Guess what? They still struck out a lot. Okay, that's not me saying I agree with what they did. I don't. But what I'm telling you is the hardest thing to do is to hit a baseball, is to square it up and barrel it. It's one of the hardest things to do. Trust me, I know. I played the game from when I was 6 years old to my junior year of high school. I know how hard it is to barrel a baseball. Okay, and 3 out of 10 times, if you actually can hit, guess what? They consider you to be pretty doggone good. Because 3 out of 10 means you're bad in 300. For those that don't know. With that said, Dusty Baker came in there in the middle of a scandal. Dusty Baker did it his way, the classy way, and even though 2017 happened, the Astros are still a good baseball team. They still got to the league championship series 7 consecutive years. Okay, If you're tired of them getting there, here's something you need to do. Try beating
about it.
them. Try that.
Yeah, do something about it.
Well, the Texas Rangers actually did something about it. They said, no, you won't be going to your World Series for a third straight year. No, you won't be going for the fourth time in the last 5 years. The Rangers said, hold my beer. Bochy said, we're going to hold the horns in the state of Texas when it comes to professional baseball. And guess what? The Rangers, for the third time in their history, are playing in the World Series looking to win their first ever world title.
And I'm picking the Rangers, no matter who they play. I'm picking the Rangers. I'm picking them.
And kudos to Dusty Baker. His interview with Tom Verducci at the end of the LCS. If you didn't watch it, it just goes to what I've been saying all this time about Dusty Baker. Now, it's rumored that he is not going to manage in 2024. This might be the end. And if it is the end, as I said earlier tonight, Dusty Baker has been one of the classiest, greatest ambassadors, a man's man when it comes to managing in Major League Baseball.
He should have 2 rings.
And if this is,
he should have 2 rings.
And if this is truly the end for Dusty, just a simple thank you, because he has done it the right way. He's certainly done it his way.
Yep.
And I don't know one baseball player that played under him has one bad thing to say about it, because Dusty has always gotten the most out of his players, and people love playing for the man. So if it is the last ride for Dusty Baker, he better get his damn plaque in Cooperstown 5 years from now, because the man was on deck on August the 8th, 1974, when Henry Louis Aaron hit 715 in Atlanta, Georgia. Dusty Baker was on deck when that happened. You think about his career coming full span. His teammate was Hank Aaron, one of the classiest human beings that ever lived in baseball. So you see where Dusty got the class from, being under the tutelage of Hank Aaron. Okay? And Dusty was a pretty damn good baseball player in his own right. Man was the MVP in the LCS wearing the enemy's jersey. Yes, he was a Dodger for many years. He was a part of that four-way man that hit 30 homers in the season. Him, Garvey, Ron Say, and I want to say it was Bill Russell, but I could be wrong. But Dusty Baker has lived a tremendous baseball life. He truly has.
Indeed. Well, he should also have 2 rings. I said that earlier. 2. His only coaching mistake. That was his only coaching mistake, was taking out Russ Ortiz. He should have let Russ Ortiz continue to pitch, because he was tremendously throwing that ball. And they still can't find that baseball Barry Bonds hit.
Give Russ Ortiz one more batter. Give him one more batter. And if he fails, then go to the bullpen. But damn it, don't bring in Felix Rodriguez. Don't do that. No.
That was Dusty's worst coaching mistake of his career. That cost him a World Series.
His worst was starting Livan Hernandez in Game 7. He should have.
Oh, why did you remind me?
With Kirk Reeder.
I literally blanked that out my memory bank until you said that. Thank you. Now I'm reliving the horror. Livan Hernandez could not find the strike zone. No.
I understand why Dusty made the move, because of what he did in 97 as a Marlin. But I watched the Larry Krueger interview that Larry Krueger had with Brian Sabian and Ned Colletti, which, if you haven't, go to Larry Krueger's YouTube page. It is a fantastic, fabulous interview. And it also talks about how, in a sense, Bochy got kicked out by the Giants front office, or the Giants ownership. Fantastic interview.
The disrespect they treated that man.
Yeah, very, very. But pretty much Dusty gave kudos to Bochy, because him and Bochy are very good friends, have been for a long time. But again, I mean, to be basically forced into retirement, and then to come back out. And then here's what people don't understand. The Rangers were in first place for most of the year in the NL West. And then you go to Seattle, and in a sense, you wet the bed, and you allow the Astros to sneak in to take the division. Then you got to fly cross country from Seattle to Tampa, St. Petersburg to play a 99-win Rays team who were very talented, but
spanked them like it was
Bruce
nothing.
Bochy told Analytics Part 1, F you,
Wipe my
two
ass.
games.
Yeah.
Then you turn
Wipe my ass.
Then you turn around to play the 100. Then you play the 101 win, very talented Orioles team. Bust up the brooms again.
Told them to kiss my ass.
Wipe themselves. Then you knew it had to come down to the Battle of Texas, which we know Texas is mainly the king of football, be it college football or the NFL. But
college,
we knew that
school.
it was going to be. We knew it was going to be a Texas team in the World Series. And again, my question has been answered. No home team wanted to win a game in this series, as the Astros, for the second time, are on the wrong side of history. Because remember, the 2019 World Series against the Washington Nationals, they didn't win a single home game at all, as the road team won every game. Well, in this 2023 American League Championship Series, no home team wins a game. And I mean, and again, this is where Bochy's magic and just his feel for the game comes into play, because the way they lost Game 5.
That was another dig at analytics.
You want to talk about the way they lost Game 5, they were up, and then Altuve hits the home run. I mean, that's like a shot to the liver if you're a boxer, and you just can't get up. And I mean,
Oscar De La Hoya.
I think any other team, a loss like that shatters a team, and they can't come back from that. Because again,
agreed.
The way that happened, with the way, because I mean, people want to say what they say about Altuve, but Altuve has been clutch since his first postseason game. That's just what it is.
God.
And now he stands one away from tying Manny Ramirez for all-time postseason home runs. But the way the Rangers lost Game 5, and then to come back in Game 6, and not even the last two games the Rangers won were not even close. They were just like, you know what? It was almost like the Rasheed Wallace. They will not win Game 2. They will not win Game 2. They will not win Game 2. Well, the Astros had two chances to clinch at home, and Bruce Bochy basically said, screw you. So kudos to Chris Young, the whole Texas Rangers organization. Well earned.
Well
if I'm not mistaken, sir, the first time in 12 years, they're going to the World Series. Go ahead.
Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, wasn't all three of the Giants' World Series victories on the road?
Correct. All three times they clinched, it was in somebody else's home ballpark, and they were spraying champagne in their clubhouse. Yes, they were.
So I guess Bochy likes to win on the road. That's where I was just getting at.
But
Bochy likes to win on the road.
No, but to Bochy's advantage. But no matter who they end up playing, Bochy will have home field advantage in the World Series. So Texas will be hosting games 1, 2, and if necessary, 6 and 7.
Well, you can call me Dennis. You can call me Dennis Green right now. Because I'm crowning him. I'm riding with Texas. I trust Bruce Bochy. I don't know what's going on over there with the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. I trust Bochy.
You don't have to preach that to me. Okay.
Well, I know. We've seen three of them. Yes,
we have.
And I was on the phone. All three of them with you when they clinched. We've seen 3 of them.
Correct. Well, like I said, the third time I literally left the kitchen, went to the EDR to go watch the bottom of the 9th inning with Bumgarner on the mound. I mean, we had a full staff, so that they were fine. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going.
I think I was at work as well.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
but
damn right.
But I mean, it was like the past season with the Heat in the Eastern Conference. I was like, I trust Eric Spoelstra. I trust him because why?
Well, that's what
I trust Pat Riley.
That's what everybody was saying.
Same thing with here's the thing. It was refreshing to see 2 old school managers playing for the pennant, basically telling analytics, "F you, screw you,
right in your face."
I'm not gonna listen to a dog on computer and make.
Yeah.
Pretty much, Bochy had pretty much the same lineup in all 7 games, and so did Dusty for the most part. Okay, it wasn't okay, I'm gonna go. No. I don't need no computer telling me what lineup to make. I'm seeing the game for myself. I know who's got the hot bat. I know who doesn't. Shut up. Go in your suite. Watch the game and cheer. I got this.
Yeah.
Let me alone.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck when the dinosaur coaches finally retire and we deal with everything analytics. Baseball is going to be. I don't know how I'm gonna watch baseball in the future because we're not gonna have nothing anymore that we grew up watching. It's all dwindling away. As we get older, it dwindles away. We're not gonna have a matchup like this in a minute. I guarantee you that. We're not gonna have a Dusty Bochy matchup in a minute. I cherish this series because of what you just said. 2 old school coaches. And it was managers. They're not. I mean, they are coaches, but they're called managers in baseball.
I say it like this because Max Scherzer didn't have his good stuff, but Bochy got enough and got him out, and Dusty saw that Javier, who got the start, wasn't himself. Dusty went to go get him immediately because it's Game 7. I'm as Kype would say when Flannery would wave, my butt's on the line, my butt's on the line, my butt's on the line. So, they're managing like their butts are on the line because it isn't, because it's Game 7, all hands on deck. It's
time.
Okay,
it's
go time. Okay, Game 1's not till Friday. I'll worry about who's starting on Friday, but right now I need every arm available. Can you give me 3 outs? That's what I need right now. Can you give me 3 outs? And the funny thing, and the funniest thing about this is, tonight or early before Game 7 started, Madison Kyle Bumgarner texts Bochy and says, "If you need me to pitch, I'm available." And don't think Bochy did not think about it.
And you don't think Madison Kyle could have got him 3? You don't think Madison could have got him 3?
Oh, hold on. He could have got 3 outs more for sure.
Hey, I remember the last World Series when Bochy went to the mound and he called out Madison Kyle Bumgarner, and the whole stadium went into a straight, "Oh shit." You think I'm bullshitting? I'm not bullshitting.
Oh no.
When 40 walked out that bullpen,
you can hear
everybody in Kansas City was like
silent. Yeah.
And all Giants fans was roaring like a mug. We already knew.
Oh, you saw E40 sitting behind home plate at Kauffman Stadium.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but to see him because
the greatest thing in that, besides winning, is when Bochy looked at Bumgarner and Bumgarner looked at Bochy. You ain't got to tell the bullpen to sit down. Tell the bullpen to sit down. Once you brought me out of there, this game was mine. And the workhorse went to work.
like I said, like I said, it was going. It was like I said. Robnin gave his rotator cuff to try and help the Giants in 2002. Bumgarner gave his left arm for 2014, and that's just all there is to it. But like I said, congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
They win their third American League pennant. Now they wait to see who they face. Of course, actually, as we said, Game 1 of the World Series is on Friday. Like I said, Phillies and Diamondbacks Game 7 tonight. You can catch that on TBS. So, Bill McKinney, who took the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates, the 28 Cardinals, and the Cincinnati Reds of 39-40, him, along with, as already mentioned, Dick Williams, and now Bruce Bochy, the only managers in the history of the Grand Old Game of Baseball to take 3 teams to a World Series. So Bochy being in that category is definitely tremendous. And oddly enough, that Bruce Bochy was also a player on that 84 Padres team that Dick Williams took to the World Series before they lost in 5 games to the 84 Tigers. So how ironic is that, for crying out loud? But I mean, yeah, I mean, Bochy already adding to his legacy, and going for his 4th title, to which, if I can find it, I don't know. There's not many managers that have 4 World Series titles. I know the current one to do it was Joe Torre. Search. Let's go there. Thank you.
You said
Search,
Joe
I said.
Torre. Gosh.
I did.
Yankees. Ugh.
I
don't
know.
understand how you could be a Yankee fan.
Okay. So here. Okay. So if Bochy is to get his 4th, he would join a very short list. I just said Joe Torre. He would also join. He would also join Walter Alston, longtime Dodger manager. Connie Mack, longtime manager of the A's. Of course, the very funny and great Casey Stengel, and Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy and Casey Stengel, they each have 7. Connie Mack has 5. Walter Alston and Torre have 4. So right now, here are the ones. Give me the full list. Come on, good grief.
How many does Tony La Russa got?
3. So right now,
that was the number I was thinking.
Yeah. So right now, Bochy, La Russa, Sparky Anderson, Miller Huggins, the legendary John McGraw, longtime Giants manager in New York. They're tied for 3. So then after that, you have,
Tommy
like I just said, Walter.
Tommy Lasorda in that?
Tommy Lasorda only won 2. He went to 4, but only won 2.
Okay.
Because Reginald Martinez Jackson in 77 and 78 said not so fast.
Mr. October himself.
Hence why he is Mr. October, one Reginald Martinez Jackson.
Get it right.
Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, one of the great lines that Richie said when he came to the Yankees, he said, "I did not come here to be a star. I brought my star with me." Reggie, let it be known, hey. Yeah, Reggie, I said, Richie said, "Hey, I already got 3 of them, even before I signed here. Okay, so I'm coming to add to my collection." And basically, Reggie has 1 handful of World Series rings. Don't get it twisted.
He was a baseball player.
The clutch performers in postseason history, one Reginald Martinez Jackson. But here nor there. Yeah. When the lights shine the brightest, Reggie was like, "I am not scared." And true to form, he was not. So it all comes down to 1 game for the National League pennant tomorrow. As you said, 5:07 is the first pitch Pacific time, 8 Eastern. Brandon Pfaadt, who has been fantastic in this postseason for the Diamondbacks, Suarez pitching for the Phillies, but we all know it's going to be all hands on deck at Citizens Bank Ballpark, of course. The winner takes the trip to Arlington, Texas for Game 1 of the World Series, which will start on Friday the 27th. Now,
We'll be listening. Unless the Sixers are playing. Or the
there was
Warriors.
a game. There was a game that took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the defense, I'm just going to say it as it is, the defense wet the bed big time. You let Kirk Cousins thrash you. And I'm going to say this again. You let him thrash you for 378 yards. I'm going to say this again. Kirk Cousins thrashed a defense that was only giving up 14.5 points a game coming into tonight. Thrashed them for 378 yards. And that's without Justin Jefferson. Yeah, EJ Wizzle. The Vikings did do their thing. Have to give them their due because, like I said, last week was a trap game against the Browns. I've been saying that all week. And you would think they would come out playing more upset. Here's the thing. Not having Trent Williams in there sucked.
I didn't even know he was not out there.
Yeah, Trent Williams did not play tonight, and Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator for the Vikings, blitzed, and blitzed some more. But Brock Purdy was fantastic against the blitz. He just made 2 bad throws, and Bynum just made the plays when he needed to. But here's the thing. I don't know what went on with Steve Wilkes in the game plan tonight, but the game plan did not work because Addison and TJ Hawkinson were both eating, and Cousins was just thrashing them. But again, as we have said so many times on this show, you are not going to win games if you cannot get off on third down.
Facts.
And again, when you go 8 for 13 on third down like the Vikings did last night,
you tend to get W's.
You're not going to win games. Okay? I think there was only 2 punts the whole entire game. 2 punts. Each team punted the ball once in this game.
Wow. So it was either scoring or turnover on downs, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't think the Vikings had a fourth down. I don't think they went for it on fourth down, if I'm not mistaken. Which I'm looking at the team stats right now. Yeah, the Vikings never went for it on fourth down. And I mean, heck, the Niners in their own right, the Niners were 5 of 9 on third down and 1 for 1 on fourth down.
Oh,
so 3 of those drives that I had ended in turnovers. Yeah.
So was there any part of defense on the field? I didn't catch the game until the second half because I was working and training today. So I was able to catch it, listen to it in my ear in the second half.
Well, you asked me how okay. The offense of the Niners was moving the ball up and down the field. And I said this all along. For me, the game changed after Travis Ward got the interception on the Vikings' first possession. And the Niners were moving the ball. They were in Viking territory. And that fumble by Christian McCaffrey, to me, changed everything because the Vikings on the possession after that went down the field and scored. So people will talk about the 2 interceptions. Yes, there were 2 bad throws by Purdy. Yes, the second one, innocence, ended the game. And the first one, the Vikings did not score over. But the one turnover by McCaffrey and the Vikings scored off that changed everything because the Vikings never trailed at all in the game. They led wire to wire when they took the lead 7-0. The Niners a couple of times got within 5 points. And people want to get on Jake Moody because he missed the kick. Even if Jake Moody made the kick and Greg Joseph made the kick that he missed before Purdy threw the interceptions, the Niners would have still lost by 5, 25-20. Either way, they would have lost the game because the Vikings led all the way. And then, unfortunately, before halftime, when Addison basically took away the interception away from Ward because they were battling again, and this time it was Addison that took the ball away from Ward because Ward had it in his possession, but Addison said, no, give me that before halftime, which led to a long touchdown, which led to the 16-7 lead. I mean, that in a sense, I don't want to say it was the backbreaker, but it did not help. Like I said, for the most part, Brock played well. He did. He just made 2 bad throws, and both of those interceptions, the throws sailed on him. But again, when you are not tall in height as a quarterback, and you're short in height, as a quarterback, sometimes the throws sail on you. It happened to Drew Brees. Because we know Drew Brees is not the tallest quarterback. As accurate as he was, a lot of his interceptions was because the throw sailed on him. Same thing with Doug Flutie. Same thing with Jeff Garcia. If you're not 6'2" and above, sometimes throws sail on you, especially when you step into a throw. Which is why the prototypical quarterback size you want to be is 6'2" and above. So, I mean, if you're in that 5'9" to 6'1" range, it's hard to throw sometimes because you can't see over the line. And, of course, all the lineman has to do is put the hands up, and there you go. But kudos to Brian Flores. Kudos to Kevin O'Connell. The Vikings played well. Kirk Cousins played well. Thrashed the defense. But if you're Steve Wilkes and you're Kyle Shanahan, and basically the whole defense knows, they know they have to play better. They have to, because the last 2 weeks, the Niners defense has been punched in the mouth. The Browns defense punched the Niners in the mouth. The Vikings defense punched the Niners in the mouth. And do not sit there and tell me you don't think Jamar Chase foaming at the mouth to play this secondary next week? You don't think Joe Burrow's sitting there talking about let me at him? Okay? Kirk Cousins did this without Justin Jefferson. Joe Burrow has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Ty Boyd. You don't think Joe Burrow is foaming at the mouth? You don't think he sees the Niner defense leaking oil right now? You don't think his eyes are like, oh baby? Because if you don't think that, you don't know football. So yeah, I'm calling this a trap game before the bye week. Because right now, this is the perfect time for the Niners to have their bye week after this game against Cincinnati. Because they need to go back to the drawing board. And is it in
Cincinnati?
Saying there. No, it's in Santa Clara.
Oh, okay.
It's in Santa Clara. But my point is, you've got to regroup.
Yeah.
The secondary has got to regroup. You got no sacks in the game tonight.
Oh.
Nicholas John Bosa, where were you? Where were you, 97? Where were you, 97? Where were you? I didn't see you.
Y'all didn't sack Kirk Cousins at all?
Yeah. Kirk Cousins had time to throw the football.
Well, he is very
there
efficient.
Was no pass rush from no pass rush from the Gold Rush. Okay, Nick Bosa.
Wow.
You got your bag.
Well,
again, this is why I say it does not do you no good to hold out. We always stress on the show, honor your contract. Okay, because right now,
Well,
Nicholas John Bosa, you're playing like you just got paid. Because I did not see you tonight. I'm looking for you, 97. Where are you? Because I guarantee you, if they don't get no pressure this upcoming week, Joe Burrow might go for 500 yards.
oh,
And if you tell me
oh,
Jamar Chase, I'm always fucking open. Oh,
oh,
he might be open. He might be open in Santa Clara a lot on Sunday.
oh. Well, you already know what he said. We ain't got to
Oh
repeat
yeah,
it. We already know what he said. But five.
like I said, don't sit there and tell me he's ready to go. You don't sit there and tell me Jamar Chase is not ready to go at Tre'Davious Ward.
500 though.
Because I'm sorry.
Burrow throwing 5 bills. Oof.
Well, Kirk almost threw for 400 bills. Now just imagine if he had JJ in his lineup tonight. I mean, you let the and again, like I said, all respect
I ain't going to say
Vikings
nothing.
Played tremendous, but
you didn't lose to a Division II quarterback at least.
But I mean, okay, the rookie, the rookie from USC, Mr. Addison, had 7 catches for $123 and 2 TDs.
Ooh.
The man almost averaged 20 yards a catch. He averaged 17.6 a catch.
Ooh.
TJ Hawkinson had 11 catches for 86 yards and was averaging 7.8 yards a catch.
Yeah, you wasn't guarding nobody. You wasn't guarding.
Who knows what Justin Jefferson would have had if number 18 was in there playing. Number 18 might have had 2 bills with the way the secondary was playing and the way that there was no pass rush to speak of. Okay,
what was
I
the
love
running
Drake
stats?
Greenlaw. I love Fred Warner. It's one of the best dynamic. I mean, they really didn't run the ball that. I mean, they only ran the ball for 74 yards, but when they needed key runs, Cam Akers and Madison got them key runs. But it just seemed like every freaking third down, it was Addison or it was Hawkinson. Then Brandon Powell made some big catches. So did KJ Osborne. Like I said, they better thank God that Justin Jefferson was not in there playing because he might have had 2 bills and a tutty.
Hitting the
I love Drake Greenlaw. I love Drake Greenlaw. I love Drake Greenlaw. I love Fred Warner, but I don't need them being everywhere on every single play, making them tackles. Because if they're making them tackles, that means there's no pressure up front. And there's a lot of money put into that defensive line with Armstead, Kinlaw, Bosa, and Hargraves. Steve Wilkes and his defensive coaching staff, they need to get their stuff together. Because I'm telling you, if they're not, do not sit there and tell me that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Ty Boyd, don't sit there and tell me that those 3 guys cannot go off because they can, and they more likely will. Because normally, this is around the time of the season where Cincinnati gets their stuff together and they go on that run.
That's about yeah. I don't know why it always happens this way.
I've been saying it just does. But however, I'll just say this. Yes, CMC found the end zone twice, but obviously you could tell he was not effective running the football. 15 carries for 45 yards.
He's hurt.
They started off throwing the ball to Brandon. Yeah, you don't have to tell me that. Again, I said I would use Ty Davis Price, Jordan Mason, and Elijah Mitchell. Mitchell only carried the ball one time, never saw the game again. Nice to see George Kittle have a nice game. He had 5 for 78. Jennings had 554. What I did not like was they were targeting Brandon Ayuk all over the first half. Ayuk only had 1 target in the second half. You know you don't have Deebo Samuel. Why did you go away from the ball from Brandon Ayuk? I don't understand it. And again,
So which
this
means
is the
he
one
didn't do
thing that
nothing
frustrates
for
me
me in
about Kyle
fantasy.
Shanahan.
Oh,
Yeah, because they stopped throwing him the ball in the second half. Which again, like I said, this is one of the things that drives me nuts about Kyle Shanahan. You start off getting your playmakers the ball, and then you won't even target them. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It drives me flipping nuts. I don't understand why you do that, Kyle. Now, I'm not rushing Trent Williams to something again. I'm thinking long term as opposed to short term. I need the guys healthy for January. The goal is to get to January as healthy as you possibly can, which is why the bye week is coming. They're leaking oil. You know what? Let's try to mess up their ball bearings. Straight up. That would be my mindset if I am Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow of the Bengals. That would be my mindset. It
Attack,
would.
huh?
Wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, well.
Wouldn't you?
I'm hitting you with something. The Vikings gave it.
Yeah.
The Vikings and the Browns gave it. Well, not I wouldn't say the Browns too much. I think it was the defense more that won the game for the Browns. But the Vikings gave a little blueprint. There's something to take out of that, and yeah.
Well, heck, so did the Browns.
I would say the Bengals are a more talented offensive team. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But now we are going to go into our picks because you guys do wait for that. So here we go. Thursday night, it gets started in Orchard Park, New York, as the Bills coming off as bad of a loss. We are on week 8.
Jesus.
Week 8 of the NFL season. And it starts off in Orchard Park, New York, where the Bills coming off a bad loss to the 1-5, now 2-5 Patriots, and the Buccaneers coming off a last-second heartbreaker to the Falcons, coming in at 3-3. You don't know which Baker Mayfield you're going to get. I think the Bills will bounce back. I think the Bills will bounce back at home. That's on Prime Video. The Bills are minus 8.5. I like the Orchard Bills.
East Rutherford, is that where it's at?
It's in Orchard Park. Yes.
Orchard Park. Excuse me, Orchard Park. Yeah, yes. I'll take the Bills. Yeah, it might be close though. Baker might.
Well, I think it will be a close game because the Buccaneers really have hardly gotten blown out, with the exception against the Lions and the Eagles. But the Buccaneers, for whatever reason, so far this season, the Buccaneers have played a lot better on the road than at home at the Pirate Ship. So I think the Buccaneers will be game, but I think the Bills just have a little bit of enough to win.
Yeah.
And plus, the Bills want to get that bad taste of losing to the Patriots out their mouth. Speaking of the Patriots,
it'll be a lot of tables brought out. It'll be a lot of tables brought out that day.
Speaking of the Patriots, they go to a place where Bill Belichick has had struggles. They're going to South Beach to take on the Dolphins. And the Dolphins, are pissed off of how they lost to the Eagles. And the Dolphins are getting minus 9.5. I think you know who I'm picking. Because I don't know if the Patriots can keep up with the Dolphins defense. Raheem Mostert might have 4 touchdowns again in a game.
Tyreek Hill might have 200. 2 Bills. Yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah, he might go for 200. He might go for 2 Bills. And I wish I wonder if the fan from East Rutherford is awake, because I really want to get his thoughts. Actually, I'm gonna send him a message and be like, "Are you awake?" Let's see if he does respond.
Is this the Jets?
The Battle of East Rutherford, yes, but if he is awake, then because I want to preview that with him, and if he is, we'll just wait to go with him. So before we get our answer, we'll go to a different game, and we will see if he responds. But we have now this matchup is very, very intriguing because normally when these two get together, wacky things normally happen. The 5-2 Jaguars going to Pittsburgh to take on the 4-2 Steelers. They're giving the Jaguars -2.5. This one's a toughie. It really is.
What's the motto, brother?
This one's a tough one to think about.
Well, what's the motto? What is the motto?
We know the motto. We know the motto. don't go against Tomlin. But because I need to catch up to you, I'm taking the Jaguars.
But see, I was gonna always go with the opposite of what you picked. I'm not gonna go against Tomlin, man.
I know you're not.
I think even though I can see the Jaguars winning this game, could win this game, but it's just something about Mike Tomlin, man, and he just finds a way to win. He's a fucking winner, and that's proving.
That's
He's never had a losing season.
Games. I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me that. Like I said, any other case, I'm right there with you. But like I said, because I am way behind you and I'm trying to catch up, I need some bounces of the ball to go my way. So
there's still plenty of football left.
Yes, there is. Falcons on the road in Tennessee, taking on the 2-4 Titans. Atlanta -2 at -2. I'm picking the alma mater. I think the Falcons will just ride the momentum and maintain their first place spot in the NFC South. And with the fact that the Titans just gave away Mr. Bird to the Eagles to just enhance their secondary, now you got Bird in the same secondary with Bradbury and Darius Slay. My goodness.
I don't understand why they just
give the Eagles another
get better. Yeah.
I
don't understand it at all.
When you have cap space,
I'm gonna take the. I want to say the Titans.
I mean, to which I you know what? You have cap space, John Lynch. Do what you can to get Patrick Surtain II. I don't care.
Oh,
do what you got to do. I mean,
my man trying to get a game.
Right now, you were looking. Well, I'm just saying. Right now, you're looking up at the Eagles. Right now, the Eagles are the 1 seed. You're the 2 seed. So you know what?
You trying to get a game changer.
Bird from the Titans. You need to count. You need to counter that. You need to counter.
What you giving up for it? What you giving up?
You got to go with some draft picks. You might even have to throw in a player or two to get them. But okay,
we definitely got to give up a one.
The Eagles and the 49ers. It is Las Vegas or bust. It's what it is. Even though, as I said earlier tonight, even before we came on the air, right now, the team to beat is still that doggone team that plays in Kansas City, Missouri, because they hold residence to the Lombardi Trophy. And until you beat them, they are the team to beat. Well, Here's what I say to that. The Eagles can get
But it's
there,
true.
but Jalen Hurts this season has been in a giving mood. And if you get pressure on him, he has tendencies to give up the turnover ball. Now, what I say to that is if the defense can continue to get pressure with Dean, with Carter, and all the other Georgia Bulldogs that the Eagles have drafted, along with Fletcher Cox, if they can get pressure, and then you add Bird to go with Slay in the back end of the secondary, yes, the Eagles can get there. But they also need to be consistent with feeding DeAndre Smith the ball and the run game. I like Gainwell, but he's not a bruiser like DeAndre Swift is. Now,
Yep.
it all depends on who has home field in the playoffs because if you have to go to Philadelphia in January, that's not going to be a pleasant sight because you know it's going to be cold and Philly's going to be Philly, as we all know. But we shall see. Because normally the Super Bowl losing team normally does not get back there because normally they have a hangover. But so far, the Eagles are 6-1.
Still rolling.
So, kudos to them. Next matchup. No, yeah, still rolling. So are you picking the Falcons or the Titans? Which one did you pick?
I took the Titans.
Titans? Okay. Makes you wonder, are they going to trade Derrick Henry? That's interesting. Next up, the number one and number two draft picks going at it in Carolina. The Texans and the Panthers. The Panthers will have better days, but I am not going against D'Amico Ryans and the momentum he is building in Houston. I'm going with the Texans.
Yep. I'll follow that, Cap. Definitely taking the Texans.
All right. Fans, forgive me because right now I have to take a drink.
Uh-oh. Who are you about to pick to win this matchup we're talking about? It has to be a division rival. Must be the Seahawks versus who?
No.
Or the Rams.
It's the Arlington Cowboys playing the Inglewood Rams.
Oh.
So reluctantly, I am picking my sister-in-law, your wife's team, because I cannot pick the Inglewood Rams to win anything. No. So yeah, I have to wash that out my mouth because I am really saying I am picking the Arlington Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cowboys as well. Even though I could kind of see the Rams might pulling that out, though. Maybe.
I can too. Just
wouldn't be shocked.
It wouldn't shock me either. But
I just think it'd be.
I will say this.
Well, it could be a lot of Michael Parsons, and it could be a lot of Aaron Donald. So
that is true. That is definitely true. But I will say this. If I'm the Cowboys, I definitely would utilize Brandon Cooks. No, okay, EJ Wizzle. Normally, I agree with that statement 1,000%, but the Inglewood Rams play in my division, and I just can't do that. I can't. No. And again, I'm the biggest Matthew Stafford fan there is, has been since he's been a Georgia Bulldog. I love Stafford, but I just can't go with the Rams. No. That's
DNA.
That's like Mizzle pulling. That's like Mizzle picking the Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers. He ain't doing it. No, it's not doing it. It's just not.
No.
Now, another interesting matchup. Going back to the NFC North, the Vikings going to Green Bay to take on the Packers. And this is the Vikings coming off a huge win over the Niners. And the Packers losing a heartbreak of the Broncos. I think the Vikings are picking up momentum. I'm going with the Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, I'm going with Lake Minnetonka.
Which they're giving. Well, I mean, even they're calling a push. And by the way, they're giving the Cowboys -6.5 against the Rams in Arlington. Rematch of Super Bowl 44. The Saints going to the Big Horseshoe to take on the Colts. Both teams coming in at 3-4. They're giving Indianapolis -1, which is interesting. But which quarterback do you trust, Gardner Minshew or Derek Carr? That's the question. I would like for the Colts to involve Michael Pittman Jr. more in the offense because he has a tremendous talent. I think Jonathan Taylor will have a huge day. I don't know about this one.
I know easy. I know easy who gonna win this game.
But I'm gonna go with the horseshoe.
Yeah. That's I was gonna go Colts too. I believe Jonathan Taylor's gonna have a tremendous game. And Derek Carr continues to show flashes, but then he shows you those throws like, who the fuck were you throwing that ball to?
Yes.
What Raider fans have been saying for 9 years. So I'm yes. Yes.
Oh my, that is passion from the comments. Yes. This one I'm not going to waste too much time on. I know it's a division matchup, and normally when these two get together historically, it'd be some interesting games. But Eagles in Landover against the Commanders, I think it'll be a close game, but I'm still going with the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it wouldn't shock me.
I definitely see it. I can see Washington's quarterback making some costly turnovers with that defense.
It wouldn't hurt. All right. Next game, I know who I'm not picking. Browns going to Seattle. Browns coming in at 4-2. I don't know if Geno Smith is ready to see Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. Although, unfortunately for the Browns, Jerome Ford will not be playing in this game. He is doubtful.
That's a huge loss. But Kareem Hunt is playing pretty decent.
You still have Kareem Hunt, but
yeah.
If the Browns can't stop the third, it might be a long day for the dog pound, but I'm still running with the dog pound because I am not picking the 12s. Not doing it. No.
With all that said, I'm taking Seattle.
He's taking the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I am looking forward to one of those games when the Seahawks are busting out with the Cortez Kennedy jerseys from the Steve Largent era. I am looking forward to seeing that again because I have always liked that particular version of the Seahawks uniform. So that I am looking forward to seeing. I don't know the dates when they're going to bust it out, but I am looking forward to seeing those. Well, EJ Wizzle is definitely giving his picks. He's picking the Vikings. He's picking the Eagles, picking the Rams. Now he's picking Seattle and the 12s.
Don't you see a kind of?
Oh,
don't you see a pattern going on kind of here?
Oh, I think they're wearing them this Sunday. Yes, The Seahawks are busting them out this Sunday. So yes, the old school Steve Largent will be out this weekend. Nice.
The passion of
The
Steve
old Dan
Largent will be
Craig.
flowing through those jerseys, and that's why I picked Seattle without even knowing they was wearing those jerseys. So my pick is just even more valid.
The spirit of Steve Largent, Kenny Easley, Eugene Robinson, Cortez Kennedy, John L. Williams, Brian Blades,
Sean Alexander.
Okay, we're giving them too much information. Ricky Waters. Okay, we're giving them too much info about these. Oh, well,
Joey Galloway.
Well, we'll just say it like this. Joey Galloway. We'll just say it like this. These were the jerseys that one Vincent Edward Jackson ran through the tunnel in November of 1987 on Monday Night Football. And oh, by the way, the Boz met Bo, and Boz was never seen again because of one Vincent Edward Jackson when he ran for 221 yards in the old Kingdom.
Well, one more name before we move along. Rick Meyer.
Okay. Oh, yes. His Rookie of the Year season in those jerseys. Yes. And also, the last coaching staff for Hall of Famer Tom Flores, because he also coached in Seattle with the Seahawks. So, yeah.
Even Jesus and cleats were – no, he didn't wear that uniform, but he was a Seahawk.
He didn't wear that uniform. But John Kitna.
My bad. We were talking –
that particular
Snuck that one in there.
And the Hall of Fame. And I'm going to sneak one more. The Moon Man himself, Warren Moon, also wore those jerseys. Yes, he did.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
he did.
Yes.
So, throwback week for the Seahawks in those uniforms. Yes.
Nice.
So, we don't need to spend much on this game. It's the Battle of the Birds at the Big Toaster. The Ravens and Cardinals. Ravens minus 8.5. Lamar.
Easy. He might rush for $150. He might. Easy.
He might. He definitely might. Well, since he's not responding, we are going to preview the Battle of East Rutherford between the Jets and the Giants. Jets coming in at 3-3. Giants coming off the win at 2-5. Jets -3. I think it will be a close game. Definitely will be a low-scoring game because I don't see both teams scoring in the 20s at all. If you're asking me who I trust more at quarterback, I trust Tyrod Taylor over Zach Wilson, but the Jets are playing some inspired football. You know what? It may come down to the battle of Saquon and Breece Hall. I really do.
Oh,
but if you're asking me which defense, if you're asking me which defense I trust more, I trust Gang Green over Big Blue. So with that said, I'm going to go Gang Green. I'm going with the Fighting Robert Salas.
Well, it's a clean sweep on the board. Jets as well. I just think that defense, I think Quentin Williams is going to have a great game.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I think he's going to have a good game. Then you get Sauce Gardner back, who I think is foaming at the mouth to play.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets are definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I really don't know. Well, okay. Well, this next game, the Chiefs are going to put 40 on the Broncos in Denver. That's all I'm going to say.
You mean to tell me I really got to pick one of these teams?
I mean, you don't have to. I know you hope the game ends in a tie. I mean, if you don't want to pick this game, you really don't have to.
No, I do.
I mean, considering you have a big ass lead on me anyway.
Well, the Broncos obviously ain't gonna win this damn game. Patrick Mahomes gonna throw for like 450. Patrick
Well, he threw
Mahomes
for
gonna throw
424
for like
against the
450.
Chargers,
Yeah.
the Chiefs, and the John Elways.
the bro, the bro. Yeah,
We
it's the Chiefs,
we
man.
we call the Broncos the John Elway's EJ was because as Mizzle has been saying for years, when you look at John Elway and he smiles, he looks
Looks
like
just like the logo.
the damn logo.
Yes, he is
So
the logo.
that's what we call. Now I don't know why they're putting this game on Sunday night, but
Hey.
Oh baby. I don't know why they're putting this game on Sunday night, but they are. But hell, it might be a home game for the Chicago Bears too, because everybody makes it a home game in Inglewood when you go to Inglewood to SoFi Stadium. It is the Chicago Bears taking on the Inglewood Chargers. You know what? I'm going with the Bears. I think too much Dante Foreman is going to be the key to this game. And you know what? I just can't trust the Chargers because the Chargers are going to Charger. That's what they do. So I'm going with the Bears. Orange
Fuck both
Cassidy
these
is
teams.
taking a nap right now.
No, I'm not taking a damn nap. Just fuck both these teams. I don't want to pick it. The womb was already closed until you said that name, and then you mix the other team. The gash has been opened again.
I not trying to open the gashes, but okay. I was a big Dante Foreman fan before he signed with the Bears because I like the way he played. I like the way he played in college.
Oh, I know who he is.
I
know who he is.
Yeah, I know. I just think he'll have another solid day against that damn Charger defense. And I just think DJ Moore may go off in this game. And plus, the Bears have absolutely nothing to lose.
Yeah, I guess it'll make me feel better if the Bears. Is Justin Fields coming back? No, I don't think
he's not playing.
A grip on.
He's not playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't think that's gonna pan out the way that I'm thinking, but I'll go with the Bears.
Chicago Bears, bear down.
Yeah, you already know who I'm picking for Monday night. We ain't gonna even straight embarrassment.
But I will say this:
I'll tell you,
that atmosphere at Ford Field is going to be really, really electric. and no, it's great. It's great. It's great for that fan base. It's great for the Lions Den. They haven't had a Monday night game in 5 years there, so they are definitely ready.
Here we go with that. Here's the get right game. They only scored 6 points Sunday. 6 points.
And that's so okay. So with Garoppolo returning, they're going to score 9.
No. I'm saying the Lions scored 6 points.
Oh yeah. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Hey, I hear you all day, every day, but this is about winning in a different form of winning. I don't see until Josh McDaniels can coach himself out of a porta potty. until other teams line up and stop calling out our plays before it's ran. They're not going to win. I'd rather if Aiden O'Connell was playing, I feel maybe slightly comfortable, even though I believe Aiden Hutchinson is going to destroy everything. Josh Jacobs is averaging 2.9 yards a carry. Your leading rusher last year, 2.9 yards a carry. I wouldn't be shocked. He says he doesn't. They already came out and said they're not going to do it.
No,
they're not trading Devontae.
Saying if anybody was to get traded, well, the thing, Josh can walk at the end of the season, so it really doesn't matter with that. So if they were to trade somebody, even though they're not going to, they probably would trade Tay because you probably could get something back for him. But
that contract does not allow him to be traded.
He has not. Oh, okay. Well, you would know that better than I do.
Dead money. That dead money. We already got to pay Chandler Jones.
What would be?
We're still paying John Gruden. Hell, who else did we get rid of? It's hella contracts that we're still playing dead money on. I think we're still paying Derek Carr, per se. So,
where's Reggie McKenzie to get rid of big money?
It's what Gruden and Mayock did that they're still trying to fix. So,
I know
Devontae Adams' contract does not allow that trade to happen. They'll eat a lot of money, and that's what they'll give up that first round pick, but they'll negotiate that contract.
Well,
Josh Jacobs, possibly, but like I said, Josh Jacobs can walk at the end of the year.
Well, kudos to Vegas Ralph, because he was letting Mark Davis know what he should do at the Aces championship parade, which, again, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces for going back-to-back. They did have their championship parade party today, which started at Tropicana and ended at T-Mobile, but Vegas Ralph was letting it be known, hey, you are embarrassing the nation. Fire Josh McDaniels. And again, as I said before, I will say it again. And I want to make sure people hear me at 2:05 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time on October 24th, 2023. Josh McDaniels and any other assistant coach for the New England Patriots should never, ever, 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 ever should be ever considered to be a head coach in the NFL ever again. Because now the Patriots are going back to sucking.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'll tell you this. Let them get embarrassed on Monday Night Football. I think that'll be it. That might be it. That's and it's coming. They're going to get embarrassed on Monday Night Football. It's going to happen. I'm picking the Lions, as you can clearly see here. And it's, but they lost to a Division II quarterback. There was the Lions. I mean, the Bears they ran simple plays. Simple plays. Josh McDaniels has lost to a high school coach, a quarterback that was only with the team less than a week.
I totally forgot about Jeff Saturday. Oh my God. I totally forgot they lost to Jeff Saturday. Oh my God. And Jeff Saturday, who was an analyst and a high school coach. And they lost to him.
Let me tell you this. They couldn't even stop two running backs that ain't been starting on nobody's team. And the Lions got Gibbs. You think they're gonna stop Amon St. Brown, bro? Who they besides Max Crosby? Who gonna get to the quarterback? Who gonna get to no running away golf? Besides Max Crosby, I hope Malcolm Koonce can get there.
You know what,
man?
And I know
McDaniels.
I know a lot of people.
The Raiders cannot get over. The offense cannot score over 20 points. And you really think they're gonna score over 20 points against the Lions? And you think that defense gonna stop the Lions from scoring 30 points? It ain't happening. It ain't happening, bro. They couldn't beat the Bears.
I will say this. Very nice of Pro Football Focus to give Tyree Wilson some love, as he rated highly on Pro Football Focus. So good for
I told you he'd get his first sack.
He would get his first sack. And he did.
I said it.
Yes, you did.
He might get one on golf. He might get one. But other than that, if Diablo might be out, so we lose one of our short tacklers. Marcus Peters looked like he didn't checked out already. I'm sorry. Nobody was tackling. You're not going to fix that up in the amount of time it is to get to Monday night.
He chased him for his first sack. Now that's effort.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching. I'm watching this.
I've been said, give the young man some time. He ain't practiced.
Well,
the man came off an injury.
I get it. Well, like I said, Pro Football Focus gave Tyree an 82.3 grade against the Bears, which led all rookie edge rushers in Week 7. So good for him. Like I said, he like you said, give him some time. It was a stripped sack for him, so that I think, given time, Wilson might be that one to help complement Max Crosby, God willing. Because, like I said, you see the talent, it's there. He's just got to put it together. I think he will, and hopefully that will help Max Crosby, because he is 6'6" with a damn near 7-foot wingspan. So you know he's got length. Hopefully the coaches. I know Aaron Pierce, who was a fantastic linebacker in his own right when he played with the Giants. I know he's been getting on them and getting with them. So hopefully that will come into fruition. But with that said, I do agree. Amon St. Brown, he might be feasting, and Sam Laporta also might be feasting big time.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly. I believe they got a decent tight end too.
Sam Laporta, that's his name, Sam Laporta.
Oh yeah, okay,
From tight end U, which is Iowa University. But before we call it a night, the NBA tips it off tomorrow with 2 games. So we have the Nuggets raising up the banner against that damn team we hate that wears purple and gold. So damn it, Nuggets, do your thing, beat LA. And
yes,
if I'm not mistaken, is this KD's first game back against the Warriors in the Bay Area since he left?
Did he come back when he was in Brooklyn?
Since he left the Warriors? No, remember, he was left his first year in Brooklyn. He was out. I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. But anyway, the Suns and the Warriors tip it off. Suns and Warriors will tip it off in San Francisco. Thrive City will be ready. I definitely will be in my Warriors colors tomorrow. As you can see, Mizzle is in tonight, and actually you can see my microphone is in Warriors colors. So
yeah, I'll be wearing the Kaiser shirt.
The season of the National Basketball Association, and also Giannis Antetokounmpo just got himself a nice pay raise for the next 3 years to stay in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So he gets a nice raise from the Bucks, a 3-year deal. And I'm trying to see. Well, you damn right, Gold Blooded. You damn right when it comes to the Warriors. You doggone right. You won't get an argument from me on that one. That's for dang sure. And yes, indeed. Shout out to the WNBA and to the Warriors on the lake of.
We did talk about that on one of our previous shows. So yes, big shout out to that. I mean, we knew anything that comes from that organization is going to be pure gold. Get it? So, not shocked that they done this.
I just want to know: Can Joe Lacob please buy the Giants, please? Anything to get the Johnson family out of ownership. Right. Can Joe Lacob please buy the Giants? Like, please. But anyhow, Mr. McDaniels from the Timberwolves, he got a nice extension. As if the doggone app would load its. So, when did Montrezl Harrell tear his ACL? Was this in training camp?
I believe so. Or it might have been in one of the preseason games. Yeah. And they need to hurry up and get rid of.
Just has been released.
They hard need to hurry up and go. You got to hurry up and get up out of there.
So he's
like yesterday.
So he's been released. So Jaden McDaniels got a 5-year deal for $136 to stay in Minnesota, and Giannis gets a 3-year, $186 million extension to stay in Milwaukee for the next 3 years, and Josh Green gets a 3-year deal for $41 million from Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks. We just found out today that Draymond Green will miss the season opener for the Warriors, but if you're the Warriors, do not rush him. Don't rush him back.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll just don't rush him back. So with that said, 2 games on the schedule. Both games you can catch on TNT. An unusual start for the Nuggets, being that it's in altitude. But the game will start at 4:30 as the Nuggets will raise their banner and get their rings.
Definitely will be listening.
Shocking, because normally you would
definitely will be listening.
Yes. So Nuggets Lakers kick off the season. Go Nuggets as you get your rings and you raise the banner. So will the Joker start his season walking in with a triple-double? Over under.
You already know he walks in the building with one. Man steps out. The man wakes up with it. He hops out of bed with the triple-double.
So he is predicting a triple-double for the Joker to start the season.
It won't be shocking.
And of course, the Suns, the Warriors are the nightcap, and they have that as an even push. CP3 playing against his former team, Kevin Durant playing against the Warriors, Booker and Curry, always a fantastic matchup. And Bradley Beal making his Suns debut. So this would be Oh, well. The Suns play the Warriors on my birthday in Phoenix. I might have to go make a trip.
You should.
And that's a TNT game.
What date does your birthday
fall
on?
What? Maybe
what day does it fall on?
It falls on this year. It is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll never have that day off.
Well, there's plenty of PTOs that I have not used, so I will definitely use a PTO day for that Tuesday. Catch a late flight Tuesday night and be back for work in the morning. So yeah, it can happen.
Hell yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah. Treat myself, absolutely.
Indeed.
Anyhow, we'd like to thank our one viewer that has been in and gave us some comments. We appreciate it. Thank you for chiming in and giving us your thoughts. NFL. So, again, congratulations to the Texas Rangers. They won their third American League pennant, and they're in the World Series. We will see who will join them. It will be the Philadelphia Phillies or the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 7 of the NLCS. You can catch on TBS. Of course, Nuggets and Lakers, Suns Warriors you can catch on TNT as the NBA season starts. So, sports kicking into full gear with hockey starting, NBA starting, full-fledged NFL, full-fledged college football. So we're just over the place. Episode 121 of the Mizzle and Dub Show is in the books. For the gold-blooded Mizzle, I'm Double A. We thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And as always, it's 5 o'clock. Some damn where. You've been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show.